What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of On The Bench with Pete. This is the series, if you're new, where you just put this video on in the background as you build along or paint along to me as I'm building or painting. I'm going to be painting today. Been doing some building lately though, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to paint today. I'm a bit spoilt for choice really. Obviously I've got my primary Marines, as you know if you've been following along. I've got Gilliman, I've got my Centurions to do, but I've also built up I found an old box of Space Marines, just an old normal tactical squad, but I've made them into Dark Angels with a Dark Angels upgrade kit that I found, so you know I've got a bit of that going on there, as well as Bullgryns. So they all need priming up as well. So I got orcs, I got poxwalkers, I got bloat drones, and I got tanks on and I got my Filth Beast on the table, which I want to turn into a tyrant. So I am literally spoilt for choice today. But yeah, anyway. So grab yourselves a brush, your model or models, glues, whatever else you need. Sort your space out. I recommend a cup of tea, coffee or whatever else you like to drink, because we're in for about an hour of painting and rambling with hobby time. So let's get to it. Okay, I still haven't truly decided what I'm doing yet. I think I'm going to be painting some of this Filth Beast to a Tyrannid, but I do need to mount these Bullgryns for starters. I want to prime them at some point. I'm not putting their shields on. I love these shields, by the way. These shields look super awesome. But I'm going to paint them separately before I glue them on. I know, not like me, right? So now let's see if I can mount them on these holders here. And then let's see if I can find some holders. Put my tactical Marines on. So these are going to be primed at some point, hopefully today, because it's amazing what you can do in an hour. I love the way you know, they've got these missile things as well there. So my desk is rapidly becoming like it usually does, which is a messy mess basically. So I need 5 lids for my tacticals. I don't know if they're really going to be much of a thing anymore, but I'm going to use them for a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. It's a lovely day here in Plymouth, so I've got the windows and door open of the studio, so you may hear some outside noise. But then if I get fed up, I may just shut the door. It's the way I roll. If I think, oh, that motorbike's annoying me, I'll just shut the door. But I'm alright for a minute. Depends how I feel. Right, so I'm mounting these so that they can be primed. And I will prime these today. That doesn't take any time at all. Got my orcs primed, and some of them have a base coat of wag flesh, so you know, might even get some of that done. And I put these on the 32mm bases. So there's plenty of other miniatures that can go on the 25mm ones. Well, I'm okay that they up the base sizing. I think it was a good thing to do. I'm more than okay with that. Right, so that is my blue tack endeavours. My primary Marines I haven't mounted. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't. Right. Now, I think I'd like to do some work on him first though. Now this, let me just tell you narratively, this is going to be a new type of Tyrannid for my custom home games. I'm going to do hopefully do a narrative campaign, possibly left over from Faum, I don't know, or possibly left over from, I don't know, some other world that the Tyrannid's devastated, but it got infected a bit with maybe a bit of chaos. Not that it matters, it's just evolved over time. Maybe it was a Ripper swarm that was left to evolve. So I like the idea of that. Yeah, in fact I think I'm going to go with it. But I'm going to go with Corn Red, I think. I mean, that wash of sepia is essentially the skin tone colour. But I want to do the carapace sections in Corn Red. Not Mephiston red, like, you know, usual, because it's a little bit infected with something we don't know what at this stage. So that's why the Liquitex drying retarder. I've heard people complaining about the price of this online for airbrush. I think it's actually quite cheap. This stuff's not very dear at all. So that was my phone, just making sure. Right. Put it to vibrate. And then pop it over there, out of the way. Now, glasses on. And off I go. So, yeah, so here we go. Bit of Corn Red on his armour plating here. I think it will look quite good. So I'm going to invent some stats for this. I'm going to get a few more of these, I think, because I think they're going to turn out really nice. So I'll do the whole thing red. So I'm going to put another wash on top of it, on top of the reds. That's what I'm going to do. Feeling it's a good job I've got the drying retarder going there. Okay. Oh, I found my wet palette, by the way, but I've got to clean it out and stuff. Yeah. I'll probably have it up and running for next time, which would be good. So that's one claw thing. Filth Beast, it's actually called, this model. It's from Reaper Bones. dry retarder with that. Can make it last longer though. My niece flew off to Borneo today, doing some sort of like missionary work thing out there, type of thing. It's not missionary work, but it's run through the school. They got there for a whole month, so that's going to be a bit of a rite of passage for her. She's only 16, so by today's standards she's quite young to be doing that. I don't know, like when we were younger we were off doing stuff when we were younger than that, but it's almost unheard of these days. But I think it'd be good for her. Just looking at the pictures on Facebook today, thinking, my goodness, I remember when she was like a baby falling asleep in my lap because her mother had difficulty getting her to sleep. And I can remember also going to Euro Disney, like a group of us, and she was came with us as well with her mum, and yeah, she was so young. It's incredible, really. So I'm going to paint this bit red too. And we've got these sack-like things here. My plan is to get at least 3. Hang on, excuse me. Oh, I hate sneezing. Oh, sorry about that. My plan is to get at least 3 of these. And they can skitter about the tabletop. But because they're a bit mutated, I'm going to have it that they don't have the same behavioural patterns as most Tyranids, and they will in fact move at a random pattern using the old scatter dice technique. So, but when they come into base contact, if they should come into base contact with you, they will attack. That's how I think I'm going to do it. I'm thinking I'll add a cool dynamic to games. So that way no one knows who it's going to go for. Maybe if one side's nearer than the other, you could introduce different house rules as well. Could even have a hatred of chaos or something, or whatever it was that mutated it. Or the Dark Eldar may have captured it and been experimenting with it and mutated it somehow. It's another storyline you could go, or the Imperium even. Just some space station where they captured it. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. Yes, this is like its armor plating shell thing on there. Right. I might paint that all corn red for now, and then pick out the bits that I don't want corn red yet. That's the easiest way. So I'm going to come up with some stats of this for these guys. So, as usual, let me know what you guys are working on. I'm always interested to know. This is a bit of an unsure on the bench because I'm really not sure. I always say to myself, I'll plan it in advance. It never works out. It's difficult to plan. You don't know what you're going to need. Sometimes you don't even know what paint you're going to need until you get there. Alright. Oh, sorry. Put my nose in a minute. Oh. Don't know why I was sneezing earlier. There, well, that's not bad, I think. Not bad at all. That'll do for now, I think. The red around his eye stalks, or whatever they are. If I wanted to have eye stalks. There. On my nose now. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. The way that's coming out. Okay, sip of coffee time. Of course I see bits I miss. Funny, isn't it? You think you get every little bit, you do. So when you look again, it's glaring at you. You missed a bit. Fine, whatever. There. Now that won't take no time at all to dry. So I'll pop him over here, I think. Right, do I want to do some other priming now? Or the Marines? Yeah, I think I will, but I won't do them black, I'll do them grey. Dark grey. Panzer grey. My favourite primer of all time is Panzer Grey by Vallejo, and I like it because it's dark enough darker colours to adhere to and look good, still have a nice shading look to them, but not too black. Sometimes black just seems to bleed through everything, just sometimes. Rambling about the primer now. Anyway, here we go. These are going to be Dark Angels, so that's why I used my Dark Angel upgrade pack on them. So obviously they're going to bolster the forces of my current Dark Angels army, which I'm glad about. I see some people have made their Primaris Marines Dark Angels, which is really nice. You know, I really like Ultramarines. I love the look of them. I just love their look. But I'm reading the first Heretic at the moment, and they just seem like complete douchebags, especially Gilliman. But he's a bit of a knobhead, really. I feel sorry for Lorgar. I really do. The Word Bearers, Primarch. See, in my eyes, he wasn't doing anything wrong. A bit overzealous in his hero worship, but other than that, I don't see the problem, really. I like that headpiece there. Right, so that's him done. Seems weird painting normal Space Marines again after the Primaris ones. And I wonder if that's what GW want. And they want people to say, do you know what? Oh, I don't know if I want to do these normal Space Marines anymore. I think I'll just stick to Primaris ones. And then they'll phase them out. I don't know. I don't know what their plans are. Oh, I'm not GW. Oh, I had a cracking game of Congo the other day. I don't know if I've told you in a previous video. With my friend Ralph. It's invigorated, as it always does, reignited the Congo fire within me. And I'm hoping it's going to ignite it enough for me to get my Forest Tribes faction done. So I've got some nice scenery for it now, it's just just a case of getting the other faction done, and then I can play here and just add to them at will, really. This is an old box of Marines I had for a couple of years now, I think, but they were old when I bought them. I'd have had a fit if they were the first ones I ever put together, because there's no instructions with it. Like, oh, how do I do this? And it's funny now being able to do it in my sleep, you know. Like, doing them again. So it's been the first time I've put Space Marines together for ages. It reminded me of a question I wanted to ask regarding mould lines, which I might put in a Q&S episode at some point. I think it might be fun to do. It's nice here with the fan on and the door open, you know. And it's I'm actually filming this on a Monday, so it's Monday morning. Is it morning still? I don't know actually. Or is it afternoon? No, it's afternoon. No, so it's Monday afternoon. Only just though. Nearly done with these. I wonder if I should prime my Bullgryns whilst I'm at it. I think the Bullgryn models are really awesome. I think they're beautiful models. And I've decided I like painting that chunky miniature. I think that's why I like the Primaris Marines so much, painting them. It's got a chunky feel to them, and that's my dog barking. But it's not barking, he's not barking enough for it to be someone at my door, that's the thing, I don't think. Oh, I think I know what it might be. It might be like a lorry going up and down the street. Like a road sweeper type thing. That's what I think it is. So it's been so long since we've had a road sweeper going up and down the road. Forgotten what it looks like. I suppose really I should move these away a bit. This is I don't know where this gun came from either with the strap. I just had it in my bits box, but I thought it looked really cool, so I put it on him. But yeah, these are definitely going to be Dark Angels. That cool wing and sword emblem. Yeah, So I like the first Legion. I'd like there to be a. I'd like GW to do a Lionel Johnson Primarch. I think they should bring him back as well. So they brought Gilligan back. He's a bit up himself, I think, Gilliman. I like him. Hey, here's Rufus. My dog's telling me, what is it, boy? My boy. Was there someone outside? Yeah, he's a bit up himself. He's like, he had the Emperor's ear, you know, and he knew it. Don't wanna. And these Bullgryns models are just superb. I mean, let's just have a look at them for a moment. I mean, just look at them. It's absolutely awesome. I love that with all the musculature, and I put these mask heads on because there's quite a choice of bits in the Bullgryn kit, and I'm tempted sorely to get another one. But I will see how these turn out first. Right, so I'll just put the Panzer Grey. So I think it's Thunderhawk Blue is the primary colour, and I'm going to paint them according to the box as well. Thunderhawk Blue being the primary colour of their armour. I think even his fatigues might be as well, I'm not sure though, I'll check. And these massive guns they got. The hole already in the barrel, so you ain't gonna drill anything out. It's just so cool. For those of you that like drilling the barrels, I did for a time. I'm not keen on it now though. Just mess it up so. You can paint your black dots on the end of the barrels, and if you feel like drilling them out at a later date, you always can do, if you're confident enough. But if you go straight in and mess it up, you can't undo the whole. Well, I suppose you could fill it with a bit of green stuff or milliput or something, but I'd rather not go that way. Had quite the kind of group chat thing going on Facebook yesterday. It's my old primary school teacher and some old school friends, and it all came about from someone posting up a like a school photo that was done of the class. No, I don't think it was an official one. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even there that day, so I'm not in the photo, but you know, thankfully people remember me. I'm not that forgettable. So I think he's nicely primed. Good thing watering down the primer. It really shrinks back when it dries. I mean, it does anyway, but just get all that nice detail still. I only put these together yesterday. Yeah, look, these just are superb models. I've seen people talk about using, I think it's Reaper Bones ogres to proxy them with a bit of conversion work. I don't know how it turned out or how it's going to turn out. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Conversions are good. They're a good tribute as well. And it's good if you want to try something out as well, just to see how they run. And in some cases, your conversions are better than the originals. Well, I kid you not. I think that'll be enough. Just thin down this primer sufficiently. My dog sat in the doorway of the studio in the sun, well, just looking out at the garden really. You want there, bud? You watching the birds? I think he's watching the birds. We're over halfway now. Isn't it amazing how quickly an hour can go? I mean, I don't always do the full hour. Sometimes it's cut a little bit short. I try to go the hour though. Depends on what I'm doing, what I've got to hand, and you know, all that kind of stuff. But I do enjoy these videos because I love making videos for you all. And this is kind of killing two birds with one stone. I put some extras on these guys as well, like grenades and pouches and things. So it all goes a long way to individualising your model, doesn't it? Might do Bullgryns next. I think they're awesome models though. One of the heads you get in the set, he's got like a moustache, which looks kind of funny, but so I don't know about that head, but just looks kind of weird. Guess I could get used to it though. Yeah, I put one of these rocket things on the floor of all of these. make sure inside the barrel there. And there you go. I think that'll do. I think that's more than enough primer on the table for now. Oh, that reminds me, I need to pull my, excuse me, Rufus, pull my bin over. Tidy this up a bit. I could prime these shields, but I'll do that at a later date, I think, because, well, there's no rush for that, I don't think. So we've got two different designs with the shields. Well, actually three technically, because although these are two that are the same type of shield, that one's got some slashes in the bottom of it, which looks super cool. It really does. So a bit of priming's done. Don't need that anymore. So I can pop these to one side, which is great. Come back to some orcs then, maybe some warg flesh. There's only 4. The others have got green on them. Warg flesh. So I haven't actually got any Primaris Marine work done today. I thought that was what I was going to be working on, so it's a bit odd. Yeah, it's definitely going to get my wet pallets sorted though, I think. He's not liking something here. Oh, this is all with the glove on. I knew one of the models had gloves. That's alright, we can just go over that later. Let's get these boys done. I've got so much in the pipeline, it's untrue. And like I say, Congo's going to make a comeback. Dogs aren't happy in the neighbourhood. That's one down. I think orcs come out really well when you paint them. Although they're kind of cannon fodder boys, aren't they? But my boys have come out really well. that I've painted prior in my actual Orc army. I think they come out really well. What is it, boy? It's my dog. I know you're not happy about something. Got shopping arriving today, later on. But not till later. There's always someone beeping or banging or sawing or drilling. It can make for an annoying afternoon in this neighbourhood. Right, last one. There's only a box of 4 boys. Thought figured get them done, painted up. I think Orcs actually could do with a. Although they're not desperately in need of a miniature upgrade, it would be nice to have it. Yeah, I think we're done. Bit more. Oh. Now. I don't think I'm going to do too much more. Looking at my Primaris Marines, I've got a couple that need flesh. So a bit of Bullgryns glow is going to go on there. So we'll do that. Bit of Bullgryns glow, drying retarder. No, what brush do I use? I think I'll use that one actually. This is only the base colour. Yeah, that's not bad. So, as far as I'm aware, these are the only two with flash on display. That'll do for now. There we go, I believe. I'll pop them to one side. And that is what I'm going to call it today. So not quite an hour of painting. Clean up my palette. I'll just pop this Bullgryns glow back. It's nice having a paint rack like in my drawers where I can put my hands on any colour I want instantly. Much better. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. So thank you for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. It's been great to be able to get this stuff done. And so what have I done? Just recap. I have I've painted the armour plating on this Filth Beast, or at least one layer of it, which I wanted to get done. So that's that. He's just an experiment, really. Primed my Dark Angel squad, tactical squad. Primed my Bullgryns after mounting them all on their holders, and put a coat of wild flesh on my Orc boys, and a layer of Bullgryns glow on the two Primaris Marines. I've got their faces showing, so yeah, it's not a bad hour's work. It's pretty much an hour. I would call it an hour. It's not an hour, but I'm calling it an hour. So yeah, I hope you guys have been able to get stuff done as well. Just washing out my brushes here as I'm talking to you, because I think I'm going to go off and try and sort out my wet palette for another time, because I think that's important. So thanks very much for joining me, and remember guys, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.